Shalom, shalom, Israel. Hi, Israel. Good evening, Israel. Hi, hi, family. Hey, to each and every one of you. Today is a blessed day. I know you blessed. You woke up this morning, clothed in your right frame of mind. Yahweh bless you to see, hear, and interact with friends and family. He gave you a voice. I want to thank the Most High for waking me up this morning, clothed in my right mind. This is my birthday week. My birthday is Friday, and I want to thank the Most High. You all just don't know. Another, another day, another day, waking me up, closing me in my right frame of mind. Oh, God. I'm just thanking Him because there is nobody else but Him. Remember, I read you, He says, He kill, He bring alive, He wound. Come on now. And He avenges. I want to bless the Most High today. I want to tell Him thank you for everything He do for me. There is no one else but Yahweh. Man, if you are really new, it's so many of you all that's going through. You know what you go through in your life from a child growing up. You know what you had to endure. And I know what I had to endure. And I just want to say Yahweh was there with me going through certain things in my life. And I know many of you have gone through some things too. I'm going to bring something out to you that I've brought out before, but I really want you all to hear what's being said and then go back and do your research. Because there's so many mixed lies being told. And you know my motto is truth mixed with lies. Elect Lady Lana from Blog Talk Radio, truth mixed with lies. And they've been mixing lies ever since I've been born. I've been in church for a long time. And even though you caught up in a situation that is not of the Most High, remember I told you, Yahweh looks at the heart of man. He's not looking at where you're going. He's looking at your heart. Because many a times you are stuck up in these churches and don't know no better, and you really think you serving the Most High. You really think you serving Yahweh. And because they not teaching the truth, the Father that I know overlooks certain things because of your heart. Then as you begin to come into the truth, that's when the situation changes for you. But right now, mercy and grace is on your side, brothers and sisters, because you're not being taught correctly. In some situations, I have to generalize. You got some brothers and sisters who are humanitarians. and they don't want to die and go to hell. So they have to tell you the truth. Just like me, I'm bound. I have a contract. I have a contract with Yahweh. I am committed. I am committed to teaching truth. And you step out of the boundaries of telling lies and mixing lies with truth. Don't you know you'll be at a crosswalk or a crossroad with the Most High? He forgives us and allow you an opportunity to repent. That's why I'm saying, brothers and sisters, at this particular time, you should repent. Come home. Come home. Come home to Yahweh. Stop being out there doing all of you know what. And you know what you're doing that's not pleasing to the Most High. Come on, turn with me to the east. I don't know where your east is, but man, it's this way. Shema Yahweh, Eloheinu Yahweh, El Kud, Hero Israel, Abiyai El is one, and we must love him with our whole heart, soul, mind, body, and strength. To my Elohim be the glory, and I thank you dearly. Thank you for looking beyond my fault and seeing my needs. Yahweh, thank you. Thank you. Bless thy sweet and wonderful name. I know that thou art God that can do all things but fail. There is no one else but you. So, Yahweh, in your holy name, please word my mouth, give me what to say and how to say it. Bless those that tune in. I'm asking for miracles everywhere, miracles on this show, miracles in the hospital, miracles in the jailhouses, miracles, Yahweh, in the courtrooms, miracles, miracles, Yah, at the White House. Please, Yahweh, divide and conquer, change minds, change the program. Abba Yah, whatever they got planned, reverse it back to the sender. In your sweet and wonderful name, there is nobody else but you. So I call on the God of Israel that you would bless Mother Earth. I plead with you that you would bless the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink. Bind up everything that is not of you, whether it be on the land, the water, and in the air. I will bless your sons and daughters to make it to their destination, wherever their destinations may be. Bless Israel on their going out, coming in, laying down, getting up. In the storehouses, the warehouses, and even those who are not your children that love you. Bless them as well. I call on the God of Israel. Please give me what to say. Touch someone on today. Bless their eyes to come open and their ears as well. I know that thou art God that can do all things but fail. In your holy name, thank you. Shalom, shalom. All right, brothers and sisters. I told you, Yahweh is betrothed and married to his sons and daughters. He only got one wife. And that's you, Israel. You. You. Yeah. Even in Hosea, his wife ran around. God let her run around and do everything. Y'all know she was a wantonest woman, had all them babies, and he had to take care of them by other men. You all know what she became. And Yahweh took this as Israel, running around loving other men. But the other men that Israel was loving was other gods. And we got a jealous God, just like men's. Men's have a specialty in a woman that they really care about. And they see you josting or joking or talking or messing around with another man. I mean, y'all could just be friends. And they get jealous and not understanding that you all could be friends, childhood friends. And they don't know what the situation is and they get jealous of your relationship. I don't know, it's something about a man that really don't want women's to have male friends. But you got some men that's very understanding and they know that their wives have childhood male friends that they wouldn't cross the line with. You have to have a very understanding spouse for to accept that. But our God, mm-mm. Our God is a jealous God. He said, he telling you, I'm a jealous God. And besides me, there is no other. I just don't understand. It's coming out of his mouth that he telling you, there is no other God besides me. You should not even let another deity, another God cross your lips. And if he telling you that, Israel, why are you all stuck up in all these churches where they praising and worshiping a God that was made by man? And they made pictures and movies of this God to get you to bow down to a fictional deity that is not the Son of God. And I keep telling you all over and over and over that you, Israel, are the sons and daughters of the Most High. And even the brothers are the firstborn. And he let you know that he is the father of you, Israel. And I've had so many people, you got to remember now, your sister do research out in the streets. I have conversations at the bus stops. I have conversations um, walking. I have conversations in the stores. I have my way of opening up, trying to open up and asking questions. As we begin to talk, I throw a little nugget in there so to get the people to think. And a lot of the ones that I've talked to, they are so astonished at when I say, in that Genesis, that character in there that's playing the Son of God is not real. And some of them put on such a tantrum. Ooh, I've never seen it before. And I say, well, wait a minute. If you don't believe me, why don't you do some research? Look up no man can die for another man's sin. Not even a child can die for another man's sin. This is a personal walk with the Most High. It is, really, it is. Everything is a personal walk. Remember now, when you're born, you're a baby. And how you get here is through sperm and egg. You have to be developed. It takes nine months for a baby to be developed. Then after the baby get here, the parent or the parents have to take care of the baby until the baby start growing. Baby got to develop skills, start acting like it could talk. And the first word come out the baby mouth is not mama, it's dada, daddy. And I'm generalizing because some fathers, they not in their children's lives like they should be. As of this year and last year and a few more other years back, the brothers have started stepping up to the plate and start being in their sons and daughters' life. Daddy started taking the daughter out to dinners and talking with her, taking her places, and taking her out on dates. I saw one that really touched my heart. It was on YouTube, and the father asked the mother to have her ready, fix her up. He said he wanted to take her on a date. The mother fixed this baby up so pretty, had her hair fixed up, had on a little tiara or tiara. And when daddy came, daddy was cleaner than a board of health. He had bought his baby some flowers and a flower she could put on her arm. And when daddy saw his little baby, how beautiful she was, he grabbed his daughter and picked her up and threw and just turned her around. That touched my heart to see the men stepping up to the plate. Wait a minute, your sister trying to get sensitive here. I told you it touched my heart. He went and cleaned his car for his baby. He opened up the door for her, put in the front seat, and took the safety belt and tucked his daughter in. And then he asked the daughter, what you want to hear, as they was driving. And she told him what type of music. I don't know what type it was, but she was rocking in the car. And daddy said, oh, this what you like to hear? She said, yeah, daddy. And then daddy said, when I'm taking you to a real nice place to eat, what do you want to eat? And don't tell me no Burger King or no McDonald's. And the baby said, what did she tell him? I can't remember, but he took her to a very nice place. It was so elegant, so pretty up in that place. And the brothers now are starting to step up. I saw dads with their sons taking them to ball games and football games. These brothers are stepping up. But they trying to be a little nosy too, asking them personal questions about their mom. I was like, would you look at this bugger? and getting information out of the children about their mother. But then some of the dads that were married, they had better sense than to ask their children anything about their mom, because you know they're going to go back and discuss it with their mothers. I'm telling you, that was so cute. I was so proud of that brother that stepped up to the plate. It's on YouTube. I don't know if you can find it or not. And they called some of them the dance, the dance with daddy, the date with daddy's girl, or something like that. And it was so sweet. It was so nice to see the brothers stepping up to the plate. Now, with Yahweh, he's been a father that's always been there for us. But the thing about it, when you take our Abba off, do you see what Israel did? He took the richest. We wore the finest of the clothes, clothes that had gold and silver embroidered in them. We wore the best. We lived in mansions. The kings and queens lived in castles, and they tried to destroy it. It's on YouTube and History channels. They took our royalty from us and then put diapers on our elders as they put them on the ships, the bottom of the ships. Brothers and sisters, a lot of folks don't want to hear about what happened. But a lot of movie stars have done a lot of research. And every now and then, those who are comedians, they always bring it back up because they bring up the ones who get burned up in ovens. They always want to talk about them. They always want to raise money for them, their Holocaust. But they never raise a Holocaust funding charity for our ancestors that was on the bottom of the boat, how they treated them. Now they don't even want to show the movies because of the wild asses that's out there. And those wild asses don't care about getting killed. You see downtown, police is line up and watch those wild asses jump on an expensive car, beat up people, 3 and 4, jump on them, and they just stand there and watch and won't raise a hand to help because they're afraid they might get indicted. Brothers and sisters, it's a mess. It's going to get worse. And then a false peace is going to come. I told you there are a lot of other things got to come. And I tell you, do your research. Bring your pencil, paper, your history book, and do your research. I've done mine. And also I told you about some books to buy. The, Pseudo, the Pseudepigrapher, Volume 1 and 2. It'll tell you really about what happened in that garden. And when you read it, I cried to find out what Satan had done to Mother Eve. He sodomized her. He did everything to her, lied to her. Even when she tried to fast, he kept coming into the water. Messing with her, pulling her out, having sexual affairs with her. She got pregnant and then took what he did to her to her husband. But she was so gorgeous, so pretty. Her husband didn't know. So he fell for his wife. I'm going to say his wife entanglement with the devil. He wasn't no devil then. He was called Lucifer. He was the chief musician. He wasn't none but a little cherub. He wasn't even an archangel. He was vain because he thought he was so fine and handsome. But then when God made Adam, an image of the Father, and you got to know that Abba Yah was fine and handsome to make a son in his image to be fine and handsome. And that booger couldn't stand that. He was jealous, a hatred type of jealous. Anytime when the Most High tell you go down and worship his image, and you say to the Father, they should be worshiping me because I was here first. Oh, but you got to understand, all of this, you're being tested, plot, plan, everything where there's a beginning, there is an end. Just like during birth time, where there is a beginning, there is an end. Everything comes to an end. All of this one day is going to come to an end. And we will return back to the promised land that was promised to our ancestors, our great, I don't know how far back our great daddy, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's name was changed to Israel. That's how our name became the Israelites. And Abba Yah name also is Israel. You know, sometimes you got to wonder. I did in your life. Why would you hear? Well, I read that we are messengers. We are servants. We are praisers to the Most High. Everything belongs to him. Because he took something that was void and made something out of it. Do you know how it feels to be lonely? Yahweh being a God, being lonely. And then he made angels first to serve him. Then after the angels that was void, probably was jet black out there. What did he make? The sun, the moon, and the stars. Then what else did he do? He turned around and made planets. He made one where human beings could live on it. But before he made the the human beings to live on it, what did he do? He started creating trees, grass, flowers, fruits, vegetables, animals. And then he needed somebody to till the land, the garden. So that's when our elders came in, Adam and Eve, to till the land. And I want to say to each and every one of you, I don't care if you believe it or not, but back then, they didn't have waste. They were energy, and everything they ate, it just burnt up. He didn't have to clean up waste from animals or waste from themselves. They were energy. Until they sinned. And this is when sin came into the world. And waste. We had to relieve ourselves. Women's had pain through childbirth. Men had to work to the sweat of their brow. Many folks won't even read the word to see if I speak the truth, if I tell the truth. They say I'm making up stuff. That's why I like this, because it's truth mixed with lies. And those who don't do research, you can't say if I'm lying or not. I only had one wife, and that's you, Israel. And how all these other wives, concubines came in. It started with Mother Sarah wanting to give her husband a son through Hagar. All because of disbelief. She didn't believe God. God told her that the royal blessing was going to come through her loins. But because of her disbelief, look, she had her baby in her 90s. And Yahweh let her live long enough to see him grow up. And in the word, it says that elders with hoary hair, like mine, gray hair, like mine, can have babies. Check it out on the news. There was a 70-something-year-old woman who had twins. There was a woman close to her 80s, had a baby. And the father was so chuckled. He was so happy in his old age. And he 90-something. But it was him and his wife had a baby in an old age. Look it up. Look it up. Bearing mothers having babies. Those what you call miracles. Bearing fathers having babies. Miracles. Y'all were in the business of performing miracles. I got a miracle. I got a miracle by begging and pleading and asking and believing and having faith. and bugging a doctor who saw my sincerity and really wanted to get off dialysis. I no longer have diabetes. I had diabetes. I didn't have it for very long, but Yahweh blessed me to get off. Yahweh gave me a kidney. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there that are getting transplants. And if you all remember Dr. Frankenstein, what did he do? He took a dead body, going out there killing live peoples, taking their organs from them, putting it in his dead body, and using some type of volt when it rained, and the lightning would hit it and come down and go into this dead body and bring it back to life. And in the word, it's in that gospel where it says, scientists, he called them evil because they were doing evil things. Well, I don't know if it's righteous for me to receive a kidney, but if it wasn't in Yahweh's will for me to get it, he wouldn't have given it to me. So I'm saying it had to be in the Creator, the Most High will, to bless me that I would live a little longer. You know, he never tells nobody how long they're going to live. All of this is in his hands. It's in Yahweh's hands. And I thank him each day for another day. You all hear me? It's nobody like him. All right. The full duty of man is to fear God. I have to keep saying it because many of you all don't believe it. We got some doctors out there that fear God. They do everything in their power to try to keep you alive. And Yahweh, look at their intent. They are healers. You got some doctors out there that are healers by the power of God. All down through their childhood life, they wanted to be doctors, and Yahweh blessed them to achieve their goal. And you got some doctors out there that are really, really into Yahweh, into Yah, and they would never do anything to hurt the sons and daughters or his clients, because they know they'll get punished. They'll lose everything, and they'll become beggars and vagabonds. I'm not lying. Go out there and look on Skid Row. On Skid Row, you see teachers, doctors, lawyers. You see actors. You'll see singers. You'll see those in the professional world on Skid Row, homeless, and they were millionaires. And some of them still have money, but because they have a reprobated mind, God turned them over to a reprobated mind because they didn't want to obey. They thought they was all of that. They went above God, and they was calling themselves God. And God let them know, you are a little God. You're not the big cheese. You're not me. You my creation. I created you. The only thing you create is what I bless you to create. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Fear Yahweh, for this is the whole duty of man. That's your duty, to fear God, to keep his covenant, his oath, his laws, and you're under contract. But you all are so wild. I'm talking about the grown folks too. Y'all wild asses. Some of you all meet a woman, and the first thing you want to do is attack her. You think if you buy a woman a meal, she's supposed to lay with you. I thank God now I have wisdom. I've been having so much fun. I have. I take my own money when I go out, and I make sure I buy what I want to buy. And I say to the brother, whoever take me out, I say, we going Dutch. And I could pay for my own meal. And they say, no. You ain't got to pay for your meal. I got this. I let them know, if you got this, you're not expecting anything, are you? I said, because I'm a chaste woman. I'm chaste. And I said to them, if you're not in it for the consummate marriage, I can't be your woman. I'm under a contract. I'm telling y'all don't know how much fun that is to watch these brothers. When they start asking questions, what do you mean you're under a contract? And what do you mean? What is consummate? I'm like, what old is you all are and y'all don't know what consummation is? So I pull up my phone. I pull my phone out. And I ask my phone, could you tell me what does consummate mean? And my phone brings it up. She speaks, and I show it to him. Eyes get huge. I said, I don't know who you've been dealing with. I said, but I'm under the law. I keep the law. And Yahweh is blessing me. God is, they don't even know who Yahweh is. So I have to say, God is blessing me. And I dare not stop the blessings of my deity. Because I'm being so blessed that I keep telling you all, he blows my mind. And if you would be obedient and listen and hear, your inward spirit talks to you and tell you, but you don't listen. Sometimes I'll be a little disobedient too. And then from now on, I started being obedient because that spirit is always correct. Always. Okay. I want you all to go with me. This book turn where I want to go. Okay. I got it. I want you all to turn with me. And I want you all to read the whole book. It's not that many pages of Hosea. Hosea and his wife. Hosea wanted to leave his wife. Even though this man know his wife out there hole hopping and them men treated her bad, Yahweh looked at that as that being Israel out there hole hopping with all these fictional and phony gods. You worshiping and lifting them up. Don't you know how bad we hurt the heart of the Most High by worshiping other gods, and you know He jealous? Look at the fires, the floods, the tornadoes, the tsunamis. The hurricanes, the fires. All of this because we upset the Most High by not keeping, number one, the covenant, the law, the oath, and we under contract. And the reason why I say that, because back in the day, when Moses came down off of that mountain, he didn't tell us to drink no blood. He sprinkled us with blood. And that made us blood connection with God. We're under a blood contract with the Most High. But they don't teach you this in the gospel. They tell you to drink the blood. And the blood is the life of the body. They tell you to eat a cracker for the body, which is cannibalism. I'm here to tell you, Israel went through a lot of things because of disobedience. You got an opportunity in the chance to turn your life around right now. There are peoples on their deathbed repenting, and God bring them back to life to test them. And once they come back to life, when they don't keep their word, they drop dead immediately. And there are some who made God a promise, and they're still here. They're still living and praising the Most High, doing everything they can to please our Abba Yah, because they don't want to die. They want to live. What I tell you all, I said, look up forever. Look up forever. Look up everlasting. That's how long we supposed to be living. It never was supposed to be no death. And the mothers were supposed to have as many babies as Yahweh could allow them to have. Because children were supposed to be a blessing. Look at them now. And the words say chastise, but when you chastise the way the words say, it meant to chastise them according to the word. And it says, spare not the rod. Look it up if you don't believe me. These white folks got you all now not chastising your children, which I don't blame them, because you all don't know how to chastise. You beat the kid till he almost dead. First, you're supposed to talk to your children, see if they'll tell the truth. If the child tell the truth, then you should take something away, like a cell phone, they cable, they Wi-Fi, they computer. But if the child lied and you find out he lied, That's when the ride's supposed to take place. But because some of these parents, they hooked on drugs, they wasn't disciplined correctly when they grew up, so they don't know how to correct their children. They don't. I'm a witness of that. But I thank the Most High for grace and mercy. For grace and mercy. And many a times we have children watching children. And it's sad. Children's having babies. No guardians, no one around them to watch them. And many of the times, some children are being molested by the parents' boyfriends or yeah, by the parents' boyfriends, especially if it's a girl. And they can't tell because they're afraid. And when they pop up pregnant, they can't tell who did it. But when the mother finds out that it was her boyfriend that did it, and she want to blame the daughter, thinking that the daughter was deliberately going with her man. And she should call the police and had him thrown under the jail. But she had the daughter kicked out of the house. A lot of them do. But you got some strong sisters out there that'll believe their child and have that man put in jail. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, they do. All right, come on with me. I want to show you God betrothed. And I told you what betrothed means. God betrothed you, Israel. He made you his wife. I am a wife of the Most High. But you still being tested. It's not a day that go by that you, Israel, don't be tested. That's to prove that you belong in this royal family. You got some people out there want to fight with me. And I told them, I don't do no debating. I don't fight. If you don't believe what I'm saying, why don't you do your research? And then come back and let's talk. Let's discuss certain things. I had 1, 2, 3. I had several brothers and quite a few sisters who came and told me they were sorry because they went and did their due diligence by looking up what I was talking about, and they saw with their own eyes. And I said, sis, I'm only dropping nuggets. I'm only trying to let the people know that it's only one God that we must serve if we are Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites. We're not to serve all these other gods. Our God is jealous, just like a man loving a woman, and he can't stand. Some men can't stand us even see another to see his girlfriend or his wife talking to another man. But the sisters gotta be humble when they're having conversation with a sister. I don't think that's fair. You think that's fair? He jealous if you talk to somebody, but you gotta be humble if he talk to a woman. Hmm, please. All right, I'm gonna start. Ooh, I want you all to start at Hosea, the second chapter, and we're gonna start at the 14th verse because this a long chapter. But I want you all. This book is not long, please, and you're gonna see why God said that we were wanting this one. Look up wantonness. That we were wanting this woman, and told Hosea, even though his wife was out there cheating on him and being a wantonness woman, he made her marry her, love her, put up with what she did. And God turned around and humbled her and made her the best wife because she was tired of laying out there cheating and having all them babies by all them men. And Hosea had to take care of all of those men's babies by his wives. Because he was finna divorce her, and God told him, you're not going to divorce her. Because he was saying, what you do to her is what I'm doing to Israel. Because he was his son, and we're his children. We ended up being his wife. Look at the sons and daughters out there, how they ho hopping. Don't nobody want to keep themselves. Got to generalize. There are some sisters out there that are telling me, I talk to them, they saying they keeping themselves until they get married. If they cannot find a man that will be their girlfriend and be their boyfriend, and they can't wait till they get married, and they cheat on them while they're dating, they telling me they don't want them. They want a man that's going to be faithful. Do you all understand that? It's not too many brothers that will be faithful. Because if you start kissing on a sister real long, you make that spirit inside of you, that lustful spirit, raise up. That's why sisters have you to kiss them on their hands, on their cheeks, and on their forehead. They say they saving this kiss for their marriage. If we're not getting married, you should not be kissing me and trying to tongue me. Everything is for marriage. Once you get married, you could kiss, play around, have foreplay, and get busy, but not before marriage. And men don't want to hear that, especially when they've been wild, take a sister to dinner, buy a drink, and they jumping in the bed. And then these brothers write you down in a black book to say when they need a booty call, they'll call you up and go visit you. And that's what you call getting a monkey off your back. As you get older, you'll see your sister is telling the truth. You got to go through some experience in order to tell certain things or to mention certain things or to try to open up your eyes and ears to certain things. If you haven't been through anything. All right. The book of Hosea. And starting at the beginning, it says, the prodigal wife, her unfaithfulness. And that's what Yahweh called Israel, his unfaithfulness. Y'all want to run after these other gods that can't hear, see, bless. Y'all saw what happened to Pharaoh? His son died and put his son up there on that statue and called him the Dark One. Told him to bring his son back to life. Did his son come back to life? Only Yahweh could have brought him back to life. All right, come on. Go with me to the 14th chapter, and the title is Her Restoration and Israel. You, Israel. God is resurrecting us. He's redeeming us. No more 400 years of slavery. It's up. And I'm going to show you, you're his wife. And a man that have a faithful wife, what do he do? Oh, he goes all out of his way. All out of his way to bless his wife, give her whatever she wants. Because number one, he loved her just like she loved him. And one thing about it, when a woman loves a man, that woman ain't gonna do anything to hurt her husband. If anything, she gonna always be trying to do something to please him, just like he gonna always be doing something to please her. When you in a relationship that God has put together, and some relationships were meant to be together. But then when some relationship put themselves together and Yahweh didn't have the blessing upon it, look what happened. Man beat his wife, woman beat her husband. People go to jail. People get in the hospital. Husband or wife. That's not marriage. That's not marriage at all. I don't know what the heck you would call that. Those are controlling demons, either her or him. You don't want no man want to control you. You want a man that trusts, believe, understand, and you all can have great and good communications. The best thing in the world is when a woman and a man can communicate. When you two can communicate, your relationship will be like this. Because a husband and a wife supposed to be as one, not two. One. All right, let's get this together. I'm going to her, restoration, and Israel. And it says, therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. And I will give her her vineyards from thence and the valley of Archer for a door of hope. And she shall sing there as in the days of her youth, and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt. See that? Israel was a slave in Egypt. Not in the beginning. Israel was liked by the first Pharaoh. Israel could run around, do things. And Israel, some of Israel married some of Egypt. But then when that Pharaoh died, another Pharaoh came in and hated Israel and made them into slaves. You hear? He said, and as in the days when she came up out of the land of Egypt, and it shall be at that day, says Yahweh, that thou shalt call me Ish. Ish in Hebrew means husband. Isha. And shall call me no more Baali or Baali. For I will take away the names of Balaam out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. And in that day will I make, okay, I'm finna go to the footnotes. 14, speak comfortably. Speak to her heart, valley of Archer, the valley of trouble, southwest of Jericho, where Achan died. Only through trouble would Israel have hope of restoration. Ishai means my father. Baali means my owner. With the breast of the field in the millennium. See? Baali and Baalim means master. Y'all see that? Or means owner. Ish or Ishai means husband. A covenant for them with the breast of the field and with the fowls of heaven and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth and will take them to the, excuse me, I'm going to start all over. I will break the bow and the earth and will make them to lie down safely, and I will betroth. What did I tell you betroth mean? This Yahweh talking. And I will betroth. Okay, let me go to the footnotes. The word betroth describes the restoration God promised. A betrothed couple were considered as though legally married. Why do you think I said Yahweh would not never touch those fictional characters, Mary and Joseph? They were betrothed, legally married, just waiting for the marriage to be uh, publicized. We'll never touch a woman who is legally married. That's in the law. Thou shalt not commit adultery. He would not break his own law. This is where I be having problems with the brothers and sisters in the street because they think God can do whatever he want to do. God don't break his law. If a man make a law and then gonna break his own law, do that sound correct to you? Do that sound feasible? That a man with power, have everything, own everything, even us, make a law and then turn around and break it. What sense does that make? You all need to wake up, smell coffee, drink coffee, and open up your eyes and ears to truth. That gospel, some parts of it is a lie. It's truth mixed with lies. Ooh, I hope y'all heard me. I'll read it again. A betrothed couple were considered as though legally married. Now let me go back up. I'm in Hosea, second chapter. Now I'm at the 19th verse, where it says, "And I will betroth." This is Yahweh saying he's going to betroth us, marry us. "And I will betroth you unto me forever." Israel, did you hear that? We're going to be married to Yahweh forever. When all of this is did and done with, when he come back, when Israel has left here, exodus, up out of here, exit, escape, retreat, fleeing, departed, escape, evacuated, about all the places where Israel have been scattered. We leave in here. Believe it or not. Seek the word. Find out if what I say is true. "I will even betroth you unto me in faithfulness." Hear that? But let me go back to 19. "And I will betroth you, Israel, unto me forever. Yes, I will betroth you unto me in righteousness." See, you got to be righteous. You ain't going to be married to no evil person. You all run around here worshiping all these other gods. He said to a faithful wife. And I'm trying my best to be faithful. I want to make it. I want to live forever. Don't you want Yahweh to bless you with a righteous son? Don't you sisters want a righteous son? Don't you brothers want a righteous woman? A righteous sister? We were considered as sisters. Adam and Eve was considered as brothers and sisters. Until Yahweh blessed them to get married, then they was considered as husband and wife. When you go to church, what do they call you? Sister, brother. When you get married, then they change it to husband and wife. But they still consider you as a sister. Whew. "I will betroth you unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercy. I will even betroth you unto me in faithfulness. And thou shalt know Yahweh." We're going to know him as being our Isha, Ish, our husband. Not a husband that will be sexually with us, but a husband that will be our provider, take care of us, watch over us. And thou shalt know Yahweh, and it shall come to pass in that day I will hear, says Yahweh. I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth, and the earth shall hear the corn and the wine and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. Jezreel, that's Jezreel, Jezreel. And I will sow her unto me in the truth or in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that has not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which were not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, you, Yahweh, you, Abba Yah, are my Yah, are my God. Stop right there. So now when you see, when I say, excuse me, I'm married to Yahweh, Israel is married to Yahweh. And when I say he be blowing my mind, Yahweh blows my mind. When I say I'm married to him, a married wife can't get out there and do any and everything she want to do. You break laws. You are under a contract, whether it's spiritually or naturally. What man want a woman that run around and cheat and do what she want to do on him? She get pregnant, and they call that a baby that got caught in the net, and he got to take care of somebody else's baby, not knowing that that's not his child. And that's why a lot of these brothers now, they run around getting DNAs, because these babies, even though they babies, they'll still form and look like that father up until it started growing up. And when that baby started growing up, it started turning or imaging to the real father, or it'll look like the mother, or it'll look like him or her. It's always a parent that's gonna say something. They know they babies. They know they grandchildren. My grandmama knew hers. My uncle went out. No, not my uncle. My uncle's wife went out. She got pregnant and lied and said that was his baby. And that baby didn't look nothing like him. It looked like her first baby that my uncle was taking care of somebody else's baby. And when he brought the baby to my grandmother, I was there. She said, nope, this is not your baby. And my uncle used to call that baby something bad. And we used to ask him, why do you call that baby that? Because he knew that was not his child. You sisters better be careful. It's on YouTube where this man took had his baby all the way up until this baby got 8. It was in different ones. One was 8, one was 10, and one was 15. And he went and got DNA. And when he went and got the DNA, the wife was in the kitchen cooking. And he threw on all 3 of them. And the wife was in the kitchen cooking. And he came in. One of them gave the wife a gift. And inside the gift, he had it fixed up real pretty. And inside the gift, she put out a paper and she read it. And it was the DNA of the baby who she said was his. And she went to screaming and hollering, saying, "Why are you giving me this now? Why all of a sudden, why are you doing this now? The baby know you as the father." He said, "I've been taking care of another man's baby all this time, and you lied and said that this was my baby." She said, "Well, you've been taking care of it all this time. It's your baby." He said, "Mm-mm." He went in there and started packing his clothes. She cried, trying to make him stay. He told her, "Nope, I'm getting a divorce. I don't care if he is. He did call me father. He still call me that. But I'm not taking care of him no more. You and I going to court. And for all the monies that I paid on somebody else's baby, you're going to reverse that." That was one. That was the one that was their wedding gift for anniversary or something. He gave her a box with a gift in it. The next one this was this lady's birthday. And he came in and he didn't have no gift. He said, he said, "Oh, this must be for us getting ready to go on this trip." They were supposed to be planning and plotting to go on a trip. And he gave her the paper and she looked at it. Oh, this lady. I'm just looking at all this. She was screaming and hollering, and then she tried to hit him and asked him, "Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you do this?" And she was trying to hit him and she grabbed her hand. He said, "Why did you do it? You lied and you had me taking care of somebody else's baby." He said, "Now you and this baby father can be together." He said, "Because I'm getting a divorce and I'm out of here." Yeah. You go on YouTube and see if I'm lying. No man wants to be deceived. These brothers now are taking DNAs. You sisters are running around trying to cause entrapment with these men, thinking if you get a baby by them, that's going to make them stay. No, they probably was just using you for sex. They probably got a favorite lady that they looking at and admiring, watching her and knowing that she is a better person than you. And they just using you for sex. But the lady that they watching might not be watching him. And you got to remember that it's always a bird somewhere that's running around feeding truth in people's ears about you. I'm talking about the man and the woman. She already probably know a little bit about him, and she not gonna just jump up and marry him. People want faithful people. If you faithful, they want you. And most of the time, you can look and tell a faithful person. Oh, faithful people are so sweet. They're so kind. They're honest. They're loving. That's why so many women want faithful men. They want something that somebody else got. Mm-hmm. And I be telling God, please, please, Fix my heart. Please fix my heart. Because you don't want to go in breaking up nobody's family. Nobody want to break up nobody's family. You want to wish them well. You do. And I wish every family, I wish them well. Because I know somewhere down the road, my Mr. Right, your Mr. Right, your sister Right, because his brothers out there, they crying and bleeding. They want somebody. Everybody wants somebody. Nobody don't want to be lonely. But they also don't want to be lied to. I told you, this is a personal walk with God. Personal. And how you treat your mate is the way how you treat God. And when they wake up, you can't fault them for wanting a divorce. When you break a man's heart, maybe they'll forgive you, but they don't forget. And what started going on in their mind, ooh, they'll make you pay. They'll make you pay so where you will want a divorce. I'm telling you. That's why you got to treat people right. You got to treat your Yahweh, your Elohim, your God right. When you treat him right, he blesses you. Yahweh blesses to the utmost. All right. I'm getting ready to end this. Yahweh love you, Israel. One day, everlasting, forever is going to kick in. It's not going to be no more mourning, no more death, no more crying, no more misuse, no more killing. The words say, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And I can't hardly wait. I can't. When Yahweh blesses us to live an eternal life, when all of whatever Satan plotted and planned and whatever came out that tree, Yahweh take in reverse all of this where we could live again, we could love again, we could sing again. And a brother would never have to worry about if a sister talking to a brother, he gonna look at her or him as if they were brothers and sisters. He ain't got to worry about her cheating on his wife with this other brother. Or this brother got a wife. He ain't got to worry about his wife cheating with this sister's husband, because they all going to be brothers and sisters. It's going to be love. Not going to be no jealousy and no hate. Yahweh going to wipe all of that away. All of the jealousy going to be wiped away. All of the hatred going to be wiped away. No more green-eyed monster. We all going to love each other. That's not going to happen until Yahweh come back. I tell you all the truth. The lies that's going on now, they taking God's house and mixing it into a business. So Yahweh saying, come up out of her. And y'all thinking he talking about come up out the world. That's why I'm telling you, y'all need your eyes open. He ain't telling you to come out. How you gonna come up out the world when you live in the world? You gotta survive in the world. He telling you to come up out of her, the foolishness, up under the nonsense, when you drinking blood and eating a cracker, and that's not of Yahweh. And they telling you lies that this fictional character was the son of God and he died and he the only son. I'm like, you liars. You're a lie. You're a lie before God. Israel is his son. Israel is his only begotten son. And he the father of Israel. I read it to you and I showed it to you. And I'm going to keep reading it to you and showing it to you. Somebody somewhere is doing research. And we have scholars and professors. We had Joseph Atwell. He did research. So that's why I tell you all, go to YouTube, pull up Joseph Atwell, Atwill, Adwill, put in, who made Jesus Christ? An English name, Spanish, which means George, Jose, George. And who did I tell you was coming back? Prophet Elijah, Yahweh, King David, Adam and Eve, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. A lot of the matriarchs and patriarchs are coming back. We're going to see them. We're going to see the prophets and prophetess. We're going to see them one day. All right, brothers and sisters. This is my birthday week. And I want to thank some of the clinics that I attend and go to. They sent me birthday cards. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for my birthday cards. They were kind of comical. Every year they send me comical birthday cards. And I want to say thank you. I truly appreciate it. You touched my heart. And to Yahweh, my Elohim, my husband, my Abba Yah, thank you so very much. To you be the glory. To him be the glory. I lift him up and I praise him. I want to thank him for blessing me to see another day. All right, let's have prayer. Yahweh, in your mighty name, Aniohe Barukata Abba Yah. I love you, Abba Yah. To you I give the glory. I bow down to no man but you. I want to thank you for word in my mouth, giving me what to say and how to say it. I pray that you would touch somebody, heal somebody, open up eyes and ears. I'm asking that you would give them to do research so that they can see for themselves. It's nobody else but you. No other Yah, no other God who's going to come back for us. And I'm asking in your name for healing, for miracles, everywhere, that you would continue. Touch me from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. Healing for my kidney. Healing for my heart. Healing for this hypertension. Healing, Yahweh, for Israel everywhere, wherever they may be, whatever diseases, whatever they're going through. I'm asking for healing. I'm asking that you will rain down and pour out blessings for these babies all over the world, wherever Israel and those that love you may be. I want to say thank you, Yahweh. Thank you, Yahweh. Thank you so very much. To you be the glory. Bless this show and bless those who tune into it. In your holy name. Selah. Israel, Yahweh loves you. Yahweh loves you, Israel. And guess what? So do I. And not a thing you could do about it. You all have a blessed and a very wonderful evening. To Yahweh be the glory. Don't forget, even though Friday is my birthday, it's still a Sabbath, and you all got to keep it. Okay? Love you. You all have a very blessed and a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Shalom, shalom, Israel.